Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm gonna let a couple more people chime in, but I'm looking for some people, some leaders that want to earn some extra income as well as improve their credit score, minimize their taxes, eliminate debt. So if that's you, I need you to chime on in. Invite as many people as you can to this live video because I'm getting ready to teach the rules of the wealthy. It's a concept called income shifting that is changing lives all around the United States. So make sure you go ahead and invite. If you really want people to see everything that we teach in a company called myEcon, this is the live video you want to share. So again, I'm going to let some people chime in. Welcome. Definitely make sure you grab yourself a piece of paper. I always say that note takers are money makers. So if you want to be a money maker, you want to make sure that you take some notes today. I am going to teach a concept called income shifting that is changing lives all around the United States. So get ready. I'm excited. This opportunity has literally changed my life, changed the way I look at money completely. So definitely make sure you share this video. Share. Comment. I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to really bring some powerful information. And I'm going to be using a concept called income shifting. So get ready. I'm going to be telling you what that is. I'm excited. It's Memorial Day weekend. I want to help you get your money right during this Memorial Day weekend. You know, I know you're going to be with your family, your friends, your loved ones, but make sure that you get your money right. And I'm going to teach you how to get your money right here in about 10 seconds. So I'm going to get started. 10 seconds. So get ready. I'm excited. This company is really making a powerful move in the industry. By far, I believe myEcon is one of the best companies out there. I will be a foolish frog not to praise my own pond. So yes, I am going to say it. myEcon is the best opportunity out there right now. So let me go ahead and dive into it. I know that a lot of you are on the road traveling for Memorial Day weekend, or you're probably at home getting prep for Memorial Day weekend, because I know a lot of you are going to be barbecuing. Make sure you save me some chicken and some ribs as well. I'm going to be coming by your house, somebody's house. I'm going to come over and get me some food. But let me go ahead and dive into it. Why am I so excited? I'm part of a company called myEcon, and myEcon is short for My Economy. We are the personal financial success company. And if you're on this live video and you want to learn how to add an extra digit to your income and ultimately a comma, you are at the right place at the right time. So what do? Our mission in myEcon is simple but very powerful at the same time. And our mission is to empower people to attain personal financial success. You know, I know that everyone on this live video right now have their own personal definition of what personal financial success is to you. But for us to be on the same page, myEcon's definition is simply having enough cash flow to support one's chosen lifestyle. Now, we believe that there's two basic objectives that everyone's trying to accomplish every single day when they wake up. Number one, most people are trying to go to a job or a business to earn enough income to provide for their current lifestyle. So think about it. The food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, the house that you live in, that has to be paid for some way. And most people do that through a job or a business. Now, the second objective that people are trying to accomplish is while they work in that job or business, they're trying to simultaneously put enough money in some type of asset or investment so that when they retire, their money works for them instead of them working for the money. Now, I know that you see a lot of people when they retire, they don't retire and live happily ever after. Most people retire and then go back to work. The reason being, they're working what we call a 40-40-40 lifestyle. That means they work 40 hours a week for 40 years, that's age 25 to 65, just to end up with 40% of their income at retirement. Now, I want you to think about something for a second. If you're struggling right now off 100% of your income, how in the world are you going to make it off of 40% at retirement? Many people don't. That's why you see so many people work a job, retire, and then go back and get another job. because 40% of their income just won't cut it. Now, many people were under an assumption that, when they retire, that their Social Security is going to take care of them. But how many people collect a Social Security check and still struggle to make ends meet? So Social Security does not work. Then other people think that their pensions or their 401k is going to take care of them. But again, I asked you the question, how many people collect a pension and a 401k and still struggle to make ends meet? So that no longer works. Now here's the problem. Most people are not meeting their two objectives because there are 4 challenges that are stopping them from doing it. These are 4 huge challenges that you got to overcome if you desire to build wealth either now or in the future. See, I love to use the example of a boat. No matter how big the boat is on the ocean, if that boat has holes in it, sooner or later the boat is going to sink. Well, guess what? If your income has holes in it, sooner or later your income is going to sink. Let me tell you about the holes that are in your income that you need to plug before your income goes to zero. First challenge is inflation. Inflation is what we call the silent killer because inflation hurts you, but most people don't see it hurting them because inflation creeps up on you. A good example of inflation is if I was making $7 an hour in 1990 and I'm making $14 an hour today, the truth of the matter is I still make $7 an hour because even though my paycheck went up, daycare went up, food went up, clothes went up, housing went up, so my paycheck went up an inch when inflation went up a foot. You'll never get ahead if you don't do anything to outpace inflation. The second challenge that's hurting you financially, that's taking you and causing you to live paycheck to paycheck, is taxes. Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your hard-earned income. Now get this. Taxes is what I call the thief in the night. The reason I call taxes the thief in the night is as you lay down to sleep, 4 thieves came and robbed you of your hard-earned income, and get this, they didn't have to use a gun to do it. Those 4 thieves are federal, state, FICA, and Social Security. They came in and took 1/3 of your income right off the top before you even got a chance to spend a penny of your own money. That's taxes. And let me tell you something else about taxes. Taxes is the biggest bill you pay. It's not your mortgage. It's not your car note. It's not your student loans. Your tax bill is the biggest bill you pay. And if you don't do anything about that, your income is going to continue to sink. The third challenge, debt. Debt comes in and takes the second 1/3 of your income. Now, debt is what I call the prison guard. See, debt keeps you chained to a job longer than you want to. If you had a choice, I guarantee you that you will roll over in bed instead of roll out of bed. But because you got debt, you got to go to work, you got to deal with nasty coworkers, and you're chained to that job longer than you want to. See, debt is a result of taxes. Here's what I mean. If you were making $50,000 a year on your job, you got so excited that you went and told the car dealership that you make $50,000. Then you went to the mortgage company, you told them you make $50,000. When your families, your boys, your girls said, hey, how much money do you make? You said proudly, $50,000. But guess what? I'm sorry to disappoint you. You never brought home $50,000 because you lost 1/3 of it to taxes. So the truth of the matter is you only brought home about $35,000. But here's the dilemma. When you got finance for that car, you got finance at $50,000, not $35,000. When you got finance for that home, you got finance at $50,000, not $35,000. So now at the end of the day, you're buying things that you really can't afford. See, in your mind and on paper, and your employer told you that you make $50,000, so you think and you assume that you bringing home $50,000, but you never brought home $50,000 when you lost 1/3 of your income to taxes, and because of it, you now end up in debt. See, I'm dealing with the challenges that are keeping you living paycheck to paycheck. Now, let me talk about the last challenge, big business. Big business takes the final 1/3 of your income. Big business is smart. Let me tell you, big business knows what time to play the commercials. They know what colors to use during the commercials. But most importantly, big business understands capitalism. They understand that every single month there's a holiday. So guess what big business does? Big business runs a holiday sale. So think about it. January, we got New Year's sales. February, Valentine's Day sales. March, spring break sales. April, Easter sales. May, you got Memorial Day and Mother Day sales. June, Father Day sales. July, 4th of July sales. August, back to school sales. September, Labor Day sales. October, Halloween sales. November, they really get you good, and they get you real good, because now they call Thanksgiving Brown Thursday. Can you get that? They open up stores on Thanksgiving, so they force you to gobble down your food quick, fast, in a hurry, so that you can spend your money in the stores on Thanksgiving. Then they get you again the following day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday. Then they get you on Small Business Saturday, and then they get you again on Cyber Monday. This is all in November. And then December, we got Christmas sales. I named all the holidays of the month, and that means you lost a third of your income to big business. But get this, I didn't name graduations. I didn't name anniversaries. I didn't name birthday parties. See, you can easily lose a third of your income to big business. But I was very modest when I just named the holidays. But get this, these are the 4 challenges that are crippling you and stopping you from building wealth. See, many of you think that if you made more money on your job, your finances would change. Guess what? That's not true. Because if you don't do anything about the 4 challenges I just named, you can make as much money as you want, but sooner or later you can go broke. You say, how do you know that, Keith? Well, let me prove it to you. How many of you heard of Tony Braxton? How many of you heard of Mike Tyson? How many of you heard of MC Hammer? Didn't they make big time money, millions of dollars? But next thing you know, you turn on the TV the next day, they went bankrupt. So it's not about how much money you make. If you don't do anything about the 4 challenges I just named, you will be bankrupt just as well. See, we got to shift our mindset if we want to shift our income. So what can we do to help you? Well, in myEcon, we have 3 powerful solutions that's going to help you build wealth and build income. See, I asked earlier, how many of you would like to earn an extra digit to your income and alter me a comma? I'm getting ready to teach you how right now. We have 3 solutions that's going to help you do that. The first solution is called cash flow management, aka income shifting. Now, this is powerful because this first strategy I'm getting ready to go over doesn't require you to sell a single product or enroll a single person. See, that's powerful because in myEcon, we believe that you should be able to strategize your way to wealth instead of focusing on selling your way to wealth. See, a lot of companies that you get involved with and a lot of companies that approach you, all they want you to do is sell, recruit. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking that. I'm not here to knock that because we do have a portion in our business that have that. But here's the difference. We don't make it mandatory for you to be successful doing that. You can still get $1 million in our business without selling or recruiting a single product. I'm going to talk to you how in a second. Trust me. Watch this. So the first strategy is called income shifting. Most people are what we call cash flow negative. Let me say that again. Most people are what we call cash flow negative. Some of you that are listening right now on this live video is cash flow negative. Let me give you the definition of cash flow negative and see if this fits your category. I'm going to give you 2 examples. First one, if you're paying this month's bills with this month's money, you are literally 1 pink slip away and 1 government shutdown from a financial catastrophe. If you're relying on each check to pay your bills each month, like I can't pay my bill unless I get paid, you're putting yourself in a financial rut because all it takes is for you to miss a pay, miss a day, or get a financial shutdown on your job, and then your whole finances gonna go in crazy. Here's another example of cash flow negative. Your son or daughter wants a bike. You want to buy the bike for your son or daughter, but you don't have the money. So guess what you do? You take your credit card out your pocket, You swipe your card to buy your son or daughter the bike, but here's the problem. You thought you bought one bike, but the truth of the matter is you bought 3 bikes. You said, how you figure that, Keith? Because by the time you pay that credit card off with the interest that's on top of that credit card, you done bought 3 bikes, even though you bought home 1 bike. That's cash flow negative, because if you had the money, you would have just paid for the bike out and out. See, if you are cash flow negative, you got to do something different. Something has to change. You know, we always say if you keep doing what you're doing, you won't keep getting what you're getting. And if you are satisfied of what you're getting, then you don't have to listen to me no more. But if you are tired of being sick and tired, I need you to continue listening to me, because I'm going to show you some strategies that's going to really change your finances. So, how do we get you from cash flow negative to cash flow positive? Well, the first thing we're going to do is, if you're working a job, we're going to educate you on how to properly adjust your W-4 form that you filled out when you first started your job. If you're on here and you're retired, I'm going to show you how to fill out your W-4P so that you can get more money in your paycheck without asking the boss. You can get more money in your paycheck without owing at the end of the year. Now, most people don't touch their W-4 because they're scared they're going to owe. But guess what? The IRS says that over 80% of Americans have that form filled out incorrectly. 80%. That means some of you that are listening right now, some of you are fitting in that category of having your W-4 filled out incorrectly. Well, in myEcon, we're going to teach you how to fill that form out front and back. And we've seen people pick up an extra $100 to as high as $800 extra in their paycheck without owing at the end of the year. Now, I know a lot of you say, well, I don't want to adjust my W-4 because I love getting that big refund at the end of the year. Now, let me break something down to you. Let's break down the word refund. Re means again, fund means money. So let's say you got a $5,000 refund. All that simply means is from January to December, you allowed the government to keep your $5,000. They took your money, invested it, made thousands of dollars off of your money. Then they refunded you a percentage of your $5,000, and then they had a nerve to tax you on it. And you okay with that? Think about this for a second. I'm going to give you some logic to think about. If you walked into the store today with a $100 bill and your stuff came up to about $50, would you walk out the store if the cashier didn't give you your $50 change back? I guarantee the answer is going to be no. You're going to say, no, I'm going to wait until they give me my change back. But many of you get highly upset about that in the store, but you won't do that with your own money on your job. See, when you don't correct your W-4, you're allowing the government to keep the change. You're allowing the government to keep the change when you don't have your W-4 filled out correctly. So we're going to teach you step by step how to fill that form out. And like I said, you're going to see between $100 to as high as $800 extra in your paycheck without owing at the end of the year. Now, that extra money that you get, that's not money for you to start buying new cars, new clothes, new shoes. No, that's extra money that you can start using to start eliminating your debt. Let me tell you, that concept was very powerful for me, because before I started myEcon, I had $100,000 worth of debt. I applied these strategies I'm getting ready to teach you all, and I eliminated all $100,000 of debt in 1 year. Now, how is that powerful? Well, that debt was costing me $2,400 a month, but now that I eliminated it, I have $2,400 a month coming back to my pocket, building me wealth, instead of the creditor's pocket, building them wealth. See, that's the concept that we teach in myEcon. So we're going to teach you how to correct your W-4. You're going to take that extra money and start putting it towards your debt to help you eliminate your debt fast. And we're going to even help you there too, because we're going to provide you a software that works like an electronic financial advisor. It's going to build you a financial blueprint to help you eliminate your debt quick, fast, in a hurry, as well as teach you how to retire when you want to retire. So if you want to retire in the next 5 years, this software is going to build you a financial game plan to help you do it. Now, once you start eliminating your debt, we're going to show you now also how to minimize some of your expenses, because there are some expenses in your household that if you can start lowering them, that's going to create another stream of income. So think about this so far. I created you 3 streams of income without selling a single product or service. Let me recap. Number 1, the first stream of income. I corrected your W-4 or W-4P if you retired and got you an extra $100 to $800 extra. That's coming in every single month without recruiting or selling a single product. That's money coming in every single month. That's the first stream of income. Then you're going to start eliminating debt. Once you start eliminating debt, that's going to open up another stream of income. So that's 2 streams of income that we created so far. And in 3, when you start minimizing your expenses, that creates a stream of income. Let me give you an example. If you were paying, let's just say $50 a week eating out at work for lunch, and then you start bringing your lunch to work and you cut that down to $30 a month, that's a $20 positive cash flow coming back into your household every single month or week. So that's 3 streams of income without selling a single product or service. Tell me any other company that will put money in your pocket without you having to sell or recruit a single soul. See, we are the game changer. myEcon is changing the game in the industry because we're going to teach you how to strategize your way to wealth instead of selling your way to wealth. Let me say that again. In myEcon, we're going to teach you how to strategize your way to wealth instead of selling your way to wealth. That's powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Write that down. Like I said, note takers are money makers. So that's strategy number 1. That's called income shifting. That's putting money in your pocket without selling anything. Strategy number 2, business income. Now, our business is not mandatory. You do not have to work the network marketing side, multi-level marketing side, whatever you want to call it. It's not mandatory. But for people that want to earn residual income, for people that want to earn leverage income, I'm going to talk about this concept too, because there are some people that don't mind doing that. So let me talk about that. We have a great website that we're going to build you. It's a world-class website. It comes with the ability to market some amazing products and services. We're involved in several hot trend industries, from health and wellness to coffee to weight loss to legal services to identity theft to credit repair. I mean, you name it, we have it. Multiple products to help you earn multiple streams of income. Now, most people have to understand this. You have to have a plan B in your house outside of your job. Many people only have a job and they rely solely on that job, but that's a risky position that you're putting yourself in. Why is that risky? Because if your job slows down, so will your income. If your job stops, so will your income. It's important, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening, listen loud and clear. You need a plan B in your house. There's no such thing as job security. I don't think people heard me. Let me say it again. There's no such thing as job security. Let me prove it to you. The job that you're working on right now, your CEO has a balance sheet. On the balance sheet, there's an asset side and there's a liability side. Guess what side you are on as an employee? A liability side. And guess what happens? The CEO looks at his or her numbers every quarter, and if the liabilities are outweighing the assets, the CEO starts getting rid of liabilities. And guess what? That could be you. So they fire you, your co-worker, your co-worker's co-worker, and so on. You wondering, man, wait a minute. I helped my company make millions of dollars. I was employee of the year. I was employee of the month. Why they gonna let me go? Because at the end of the day, it ain't personal, it's business. See, you gotta understand there's no such thing as job security. If the CEO liabilities are outweighing their assets, they're gonna let some liabilities go. That's why you see so many people get let go from a job even though they've been working there 10, 15, 20 plus years. It ain't personal, it's business. And you gotta understand that, and you gotta put yourself in position to get a plan B. Because at the end of the day, you would do the same thing. You said, Keith, no, ain't no way I would let nobody go. Let me prove it to you. You're doing it. Here's how you're doing it. If your money is funny and your change is acting strange, guess what you start doing? You start letting go of people too. You let go of Netflix. You let go of the cable bill. You let go of everything that you really don't need or use. You don't call Netflix up and give them a 2-week warning and say, hey, look, I just want to let you know I'm going to be cutting you in 2 weeks. No, you cut them. Soon as your money is acting funny, you pick up the phone and say, cancel me today. And get this, they have a family to feed too. You let them go. So the same thing happens on your job. At the end of the day, the CEO has a family to feed as well. And if his liabilities is outweighing his assets, he's going to let some liabilities go. So there's no such thing as job security. Write that down. So we build you a world-class website and telling you we have one of the best compensation plans around. Now, when I get to the compensation plan, this is where people start acting funny. Here's what I mean. People say, oh man, it sounds like it's one of those pyramid things. Yo, man, it sounds like one of those pyramid things. Let me break something down to you. Do you know that the CEO of McDonald's makes most of his money not from selling hamburgers and french fries and drinks? He makes most of his money by allowing you to pay him a fee to open up a franchise. He lets you run it, but he earns a percentage of the revenue every single week. Think about it. There's over thousands and thousands of McDonald's all around the world. There's no way that the CEO can be in 1,000 places at one time. But he understands a concept called leverage. He's leveraging your time, your labor, your knowledge, and he's getting paid off of it every single week. Why can't you? See, we have the same type of concept. Just like you paid a fee to open up a McDonald's franchise, you're going to pay a fee of $19.95 to open up a myEcon franchise. You're going to run that franchise the way you run it, but at the end of the day, someone's going to get paid off your efforts. Not only someone, but you too. You're going to get paid off your efforts, but someone else going to get paid off your efforts too. And you have the same ability to let other people open up a franchise through you, and you get paid off of their efforts. Just like if you were the CEO of McDonald's. Nothing different. The only thing different is you would have to have $1 million to open up a McDonald's franchise when all you need is $19.95 to open a myEcon franchise. Now, let me talk about how we get paid. Once you become an executive vice president in myEcon, every time someone pays $19.95 to join you in business, guess what we're going to do? Next week, we're going to pay you a check of $35, no chargebacks. Let me say that again. Someone pays $19.95 to join you in business. Next Friday, we pay you a check of $35, no chargebacks. That's amazing. You can bring in as many people you want. Think about how many people want to minimize their taxes, eliminate debt, build investment income, earn extra income. All those people that pay $19.95 to join you in business, next Friday, we're going to pay you a commission check of $35, no chargebacks. Ladies and gentlemen, you can make some serious income doing this part-time, full-time, or even better yet, in your spare time. Then it gets even sweeter. When your team starts enrolling people, we're going to pay you a commission check next Friday of $25 for each person in the base shop. Till infinity, ladies and gentlemen. So $35 for everyone that personally enrolls on your website and $25 on everybody in your base shop. Then it gets sweeter because every month that someone's paying their monthly fee to keep their website open and active, we're going to pay you up to $8 residual income. So think about this. Let's say you had 1,000 people that paid $19.95 and they're paying their monthly fee every month. That's an extra $8,000 coming in every single month. Can you use an extra $8,000 a month on top of the other income that you earn in myEcon? Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity that can literally change your life. And get this, by having a home-based business, you get a chance to write off your lifestyle. See, you get a chance to write off your miles, your eating out, your cell phone, your internet. You can pay your children a wage instead of an allowance. All these things are now tax deductible so that you can lower your taxable income. Think about it. If you was making $50,000 a year on your job and you made $50,000 in business, that's a total of $100,000 of income that you made for the year. But get this. Let's say you had $40,000 worth of tax deductible expenses. The government subtracts the 40 from the $100,000 of income that you earn, and now you get taxed at $60,000 even though you made $100,000. You're now in a lower tax bracket than the one you were in at $100,000. This is what the wealthy use every single day. See, the wealthy knows that the business owners understand that the tax laws favor the business owner. So if you want to lower your taxable income, get in business. Stop complaining about the Donald Trumps and the Warren Buffetts and the Robert Kiyosaki's and saying it's not fair that they pay less taxes. You can do the same thing by getting in business. And I'm only asking today $19.95 to start a myEcon Homebased business. Oh man, it's getting sweeter because I got one more strategy to teach you. It's called investment income. Now, we're not an investment company and we don't sell investments, but we're going to teach you how investments work. We want to get you in position that when you walk into a financial planner's office, you'll be able to walk in there and tell them what you want to invest in. See, we don't want you going to a financial planning office and staring at them like a deer in headlights when they're saying concepts and terms that maybe you don't understand. We want you to understand every concept and term that comes out of their mouth so that you can tell them whether you want that investment or you want a different investment. In myEcon, we teach you investing. We don't sell investments. We're not an investment company and we're not tied to no investment companies. But we're going to teach you how investments work. You're going to learn about real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs, annuities. You're going to learn about every type of investment so that you can stop getting that 1% or less return that you're normally getting when you're putting your money in a savings account at a bank. You do know that when you got your money in a savings account, though you may be saving $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in a savings account at Capital One, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, who name it, I guarantee if you look at your paperwork, you're probably getting less than 1% on your money. But let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a secret. Write this down if you're taking notes. Rule of 72. Rule of 72. You can Google it. The rule of 72 states if you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate, it would tell you how long it takes for your money to double. So let's say you had $1,000 in the bank, in a savings account, and you were only getting 1%. 72 into 1 is 72. So that means every 72 years, your money doubles. So that means every 72 years, your $1,000 will double. So let me ask you a serious question. Do you have 72 years to wait for your $1,000 to double in the bank? I know the answer had to be no. But get this. While you're getting 1% or less return on your money in a savings account, the bank takes your money outside of the bank and they're getting 5, 10, 15, 20% rate of return on your hard-earned money. Get this. myEcon is going to teach you exactly where the banks invest in their money so that you can do the same thing so your money starts doubling way faster than 72 years. You're going to learn all types of concepts in our investment classes. You're going to learn about capital gains. You're going to learn about dividends. But get this, the best investment you can ever invest in, I'm going to give you a secret today. The best investment you can ever invest in is YOU. There's no such thing as a bad investment when you are investing in the CEO of YOU. See, you need to invest in yourself because there's no bad return when you invest in yourself. So to get started with myEcon, all it takes is an investment. Notice I didn't say it costs. Is an investment of $19.95. Let me say that again because some of you might say, hey, Keith, you might be getting tongue twisted. Did you mean $5.99? Did you mean $1,099? No, I said $19.95. Less than $20 to get started. That's all it takes to start a myEcon business. And get this, it's tax deductible. So the government is paying for your startup costs for the business. And then 30 days later, we have a $34.95 monthly fee. And get this, it's tax deductible. So the government is paying your monthly fee in the business. So your business is free. What's your excuse? Now you probably say, Keith, what does the $34.95 cover? Well, the $34.95 covers the hosting of your website, your merchant account. You get free and discounted legal services. You get identity theft protection. You get credit repair. You get tax preparation and advice. You get keylogger defense to protect your keystrokes from hackers. You get a debt elimination software that personally helped me eliminate over $100,000 worth of debt in 1 year. You get a record keeping tool to help you track your day-to-day business expenses to keep you audit proof. You get financial calculators. You get investment training. But most importantly, you're getting world-class support and recognition. Even though you're in business for yourself, you're not by yourself. You will have all the leadership of myEcon here to support you, to help you earn some serious cash. Again, doing this part-time, full-time, or even in your spare time. So, what do? All you do is get back to the person who invited you to this live webinar and ask them for their website so that you can get signed up on their website. All you do is go to their website, hit join now, an application comes up, you fill in the application, fill in all the paperwork, in less than 5 minutes your website goes up and you can start making money today. You can start making money during the Memorial Day weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. It's no more time out. It's time out for all that. I'll do it on next payday. Because guess what? When payday comes, another excuse will come up. Something else is going to come up. Life happens. So time out for all that. I'll wait till next payday. Time out for, let me think about it. You know, everybody always say they want to think about something. But it's funny that you got to think about a $19.95 decision. But when you went to Applebee's for dinner, you didn't think about that decision. You went ahead and went to Applebee's. You didn't think about when you went to lunch at work and you had to pay for your lunch. You didn't think about that decision. You didn't say, hold on, excuse me, Subway, give me a second. Let me ask my wife if I can buy this sub from you. You didn't do that. So that it's time out for all that. I got to think about it. So, in closing, there's 3 reasons why a person will say they don't want to get involved. The first one is, you said, Keith, man, you went over a whole lot of information during this live video. And I know I did. I went over a great deal of information, and I hope that you understand the importance of why I did that. But also understand this. When you first started your job went over a whole lot of information as well. I don't know if you can remember, but when you first started your job, you had to fill out the W-4. You had this orientation you had to go through. Probably had to look at some videos. They went over a whole lot of information, but guess what you did? You stayed there long enough to collect a paycheck, and some of you still there. So let's take that excuse right off the table. Number 2, you say, Keith, I'm just too busy. I got a lot going on in my life. And brother, you don't understand. My plate is full. I was busy too, so I can understand. I was busy being broke and had nothing to show for it. See, it's amazing how many people say their plate is full, but when you see them, they're barely eating. So we got to take that excuse off the table as well. And number 3, you say, Keith, I don't have $19.95 to get started. And I'm not here to knock you for that, but I want to ask you a question. How long do you want to have that problem? That's a serious question you got to ask yourself. Let me say that again. How long do you want to have a $19.95 problem? See, all it takes to start myEcon today is $19.95, and 30 days later you're paying $34.95 a month. All that's tax deductible, but it's going to give you an opportunity to increase your income, improve your income, increase your credit score, improve your credit report. Ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity that's going to change your finances forever. So again, in closing, get back to the person who invited you to this live webinar. Take your $19.95 out right now. Go to their website, swipe your card, get signed up today, and let's start making money together. I look forward to seeing you all signed up. Look forward to seeing you at one of our local meetings. But most importantly, I look forward to seeing you all at the investment firm. God bless you and have a great Memorial Day weekend.